We've got people that are already our clients selling business credit financing. And just so you know, these people are designated with this red ribbon on their name tag. So if you see somebody that has a red ribbon on the name tag, there's two things you'll know about them. First of all, they're an awesome, super cool person, like the coolest person at the event. And the second thing is that they offer business credit. So we do that so you can actually talk to people and find out what their opinion is. You know, people that are already selling business credit if you're not selling business credit already. So this is a good way to know who is offering business credit. So if you're already offering business credit with us, then you're going to get an opportunity here to see really, you know, how you're actually going to be dealing with a presentation that has multiple mics on. It's so confusing. Look at this, like all these wires just hanging all over the place. Apparently my voice isn't loud enough on its own, so I need multiple support. So anyways, so business credit financing. I know a lot of people will be coming in the room here, but how many of you are offering business credit with us now? Okay. And then a lot of you others I think are just, how many people are just getting started with credit repair? Business credit. Okay, great. Okay. So let's dive in. We're going to talk a little bit about making money with business credit. And like I said, usually on a break, 5 or 10 minutes, people will start to come in. And that's great because one of the best parts about the boot camp is that you get a network with people. And in my experience, it's probably just as more valuable than even actually the presenter sometimes. Because there's a lot of these people. I know Donna Perkins for one. Her and I will be lifetime friends. And I met her, I think, in my first boot camp. So there's a lot of connections. So a lot of people are still connected, which is great. So today we're going to talk about how to make money offering business credit. And I want to teach you basically how to do something that's a perfect complement to credit repair services. You know, I figured this out on my own. My story is that I actually started a credit repair business and it did really well. And then we actually added business credit services to our company. And within a year, well, actually what happened was our profits and our sales increased about, 40% within 90 days. And it just kept increasing. We found a perfect niche combo that worked really well. And it made sense because credit repair, a lot of our clients hadn't confidence it would work in the beginning. And then so we wanted this uphill battle to build trust and rapport. And then once they saw it would work, they would be like, oh my gosh, like you've helped me with the most important thing in my life. What else can you help me with? So they came to us asking for more, and it took us some time to find out a service that really fit well with them. And business credit really fit well. But these two are probably the biggest complement to each other for a lot of reasons we're actually going to talk about today. So the question is why sell business credit? You know, business credit so far this morning, you've learned about some business credit financing. You've learned what other entrepreneurs know and don't know. You probably even, with Megan, you had a chance to explore, why you're here, what your true purpose is. And hopefully by now you're starting to see that whether it be you or your customers, your chance of being successful is significantly greater if you actually have business credit financing, if you have access. It's just the way that it is. Your chance of being successful is a lot better when you actually have money to be able to do so. So first thing you need to know is that there's a lot of business owners. At any given time, there's at least 9 million actively looking for money at any given point in time. Okay, and that's not how many total this year. That's right now in this moment. And in another moment, it'll be another 9 million. So there's 9 million business owners at any given time that are out there looking actively for money and credit for the business. There's a huge market out there. And that's one of the things you looked at. Earlier we were talking about the show Shark Tank and how many people look at the show, watch the show Shark Tank. And that's one of the things these guys will always talk about on that show is, look, how big of a market can you really get in front of? I mean, does this make sense? Some people will sell a product, for example, that has to do with new mothers. Well, there's only a certain percentage of new mothers that are out there every year. There's only a certain number. So that product is limited to that volume of customers. Well, with this, it's pretty wide open. Pretty much every entrepreneur needs business credit financing, and most struggle to be able to get it. So it's a huge market that you can tap into of people that actually need what you have. But most importantly, it solves a problem and fulfills a need. And this is the game changer. Because there's a lot of products out there. There's a lot of services out there. There's a lot of things you could do. But the biggest thing you could really do to help somebody is to solve a problem, to take away their pain. Because everybody has some sort of pain with what they're doing. And when you can be the person that takes away that pain, well, that's always when you're going to get the absolute best results. And somebody explained this to me, that you're going to have a lot greater success at selling painkillers as you ever will selling vitamins. But that simply means you're going to have a lot more success finding somebody that has a problem and solving that problem than just simply making them feel better or make their life more enhanced in some way. And that's really the way to success. And credit repair is one of those. You're solving a major, major problem. And in doing so, a lot of benefits come from that. Business credit's the same way. Entrepreneurs need money. There's no question that there's a lot of pain from business owners and entrepreneurs that need money and can't get money. And when you're offering business credit financing, you actually get a chance to fulfill that need and to make that pain go away. You become the only logical choice. And we talked about this earlier. When you're offering credit repair, the reason we took off so much was we quickly realized that we had no competition. People would come to us and say, what can you help us do? And we would say, this is what we can help you do. You'll see these kind of, idea of results for credit repair within a month, within 6 months. But then when we started talking to them about business credit and all the cash credit they could get, the store credit, the $5,000 Dell card, the $4,000 Amazon.com card, the $3,000 Apple card. And when we started talking to them about getting all of this on top of the actual credit repair, well, then it was a game changer. Because all of a sudden, we were talking in a fashion that at that point, no credit repair companies were telling them. Nobody else would be able to tell them that. So if they owned a business, we had their business. It was done at that point. And even if they didn't own a business, a lot of them wanted to, right? A lot of them, it was the American dream. I'm so moving this, so I can break my leg probably. Trip on that. A lot of them want to. And this is why we asked every credit repair customer that came into our shop, listen, do you own a business or are you thinking about starting a business? Because a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of people want to start a business. It's the American dream, but they just haven't yet. And if you start actually asking your client base how many of them want to start a business, what we found was about 30% of our clientele already had the need. They already had a business. They already wanted to start a business. Okay, so when you become the person that offers business credit financing, you become the only logical choice. And the other nice thing is there's just nobody out there in your communities that's really offering this. This is why I got into it. Because I went to Google and I couldn't find anything about it. And I realized business credit was amazing and there was no advocates for it out there. So I decided I was going to become an advocate that day and teach people the importance and value of this. And when you do that, you become the logical choice. Because whether you're going to a networking event or whatever it is, you're about the only person that's being able to talk to these people about the value of business credit. It's perfect for credit challenge customers. Another reason it's perfect for anybody in credit repair. Because look, as good as we were at credit repair, we deleted about 85% of derogatory items. The problem was customers still didn't leave us in a position where they could go get a $3,000 Dell card. They still weren't in a position where they could go get a $4,000 Staples card. So with business credit, they could do that. As a matter of fact, it was the only way they could actually do that. Marlon, I moved that up to the mind. I almost tripped. I might have fell and wiped out there. So what's this name? So are these your business credit cards? See, yeah, he's just going to do my presentation for me. These are all of Marlon. This is one of our clients. This is all of his actual business credit cards. But I won't even show you this. We'll get to that later. I ain't even probably use them later. So it's perfect for credit challenge customers. Look, the problem is even if you fix their credit, they're not going to turn around and start getting tens of thousands of dollars of credit. But business credit, you can. And that's the beauty of this, is that you can do it at the exact same time. So they come out of this 6 months later, and this is another reason I say there's really no competition. Look, you got a choice. You can go to a Lexington Law and come out 6 months later with your credit fixed. Or you can come out with me and your credit fixed and come out with another $40,000 in real usable credit for your business that's not linked to your social, which makes more sense. It's obvious. So people with credit challenges, you have to understand, they don't want to fix their credit to fix their credit. Like, has anybody figured this out? Like, they don't care about fixing their credit. Like, they want the mortgage, they want the car, they want the end result of what they need their credit fixed to get. So money is one of those things they want. And it's perfect for credit challenge customers because even when you fix their credit, they're not able to go out and get tens of thousands of dollars worth of credit. But with business credit, they actually are. Attract more clients and affiliates. This was the game changer for us. Complete game changer. We had a hard time advertising for credit repair and getting response. It was just tough. We struggled in a lot of ways. We did a lot of Craigslist advertising, for example, and we found we'd do 120 ads to get one response for credit repair. But we would do 5 business credit ads to get the same lead. 5 versus 120. So it was obvious for us. What we did was stopped advertising credit repair. And we advertised business credit. First of all, we could do so legally in every state. So all of a sudden, we no longer had any of those restrictions that had held us back before. Then in the conversation with the people, it was easy to say, hey, by the way, how's your personal credit quality? It was just one of the natural questions that we would ask them when talking about business credit. Sure enough, they'd have issues, and we would say, well, listen, we want to help you fix your credit too. Because the reality is that we need to get your credit fixed fast, unlike these companies out there like Lexington that are going to charge you and drag it out all this time. We want it fast because we want to get you money. And they go, well, that makes perfect sense. Let's do this. It blew me away. All of a sudden, we went through the struggle of trying to convince somebody that something worked, to all of a sudden now changing the way that they thought about it made perfect sense. Hey, we now want to do this to help you get money. Well, that makes perfect sense. I'm in. You now have, like me, a desire to get it done quickly. So it changed everything because we found an easier way to advertise and get customers that we could multi-sell the services for. And ultimately, that's what we ended up doing. We stopped advertising credit repair. We advertised business credit. We got a much bigger influx of business, and we sold them both services. And in doing so, our repair services, everything radically increased. Increased lifetime value. A lot of people here don't know the lifetime value of your customer. And what I recommend is that if you're just starting in business, you need to figure this out. Why is this important? Because how the heck are you supposed to know what you're willing to spend to get a customer if you don't know how much value they provide you? I mean, it makes no sense. But most people are like that. Is $5 or $500 too much? Well, $500 isn't too much to get a new customer if you make $5,000 on it. But it is if you make $500. So you need to know the lifetime value. And for us, the lifetime value was about $600 for our credit repair customer because we weren't selling them any other services. But with business credit, you're going to find and hear from and talk to people here that are making $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 profit per sale. Okay, and when you have that, what do you guys make in profit per sale on business credit? $4,000, $4,400 in profit per deal. So do you think that increases the lifetime value of your customer? Okay, these guys at the last 2 events sold what, 5? While on your way to the event and during the event, 5 systems with those kind of profits. They made $20,000. As a matter of fact, they told us to do a boot camp every month. They said for some reason our business completely spikes right before and after the boot camp. So the profit margins on their customers are substantial because they went from making $600 to $1,000 in profit per credit repair to now they've quadrupled that by adding business credit. And it's not just business credit. Let me tell you, the number one way to make money is to sell more products to people that you already have. Like that makes perfect sense, right? Like that makes absolute perfect sense. This is called a pattern interrupt. Just like, why am I standing on a chair? It makes no sense whatsoever. So the easiest way to make money is to sell more to people you already have because you've already built trust, you've already built rapport. That's the hardest part of what everything does. And what happens is people know that, and now that they trust you, they don't want to have to go find somebody else to trust to sell them something else they want. They want you to sell them more because they don't have to go through this process of building trust again, and you don't want to have to go through the process of building trust with somebody else. So increasing lifetime value is really important, and it's very important that on top of business credit, that you offer other services and products because trust me, as we found with business credit, your customers want you to do this. We started offering business credit because our customers kept asking us, and finally we're like, just stop pestering us. We will figure this out, honestly. And then we got into it. We realized how many people would go for it if it was just offered. No bureaucracy or regulation nightmares. Business credit, you can advertise in every state. You don't need special licensing. You don't need special bonding because we have all requirements met, so you don't have to have the requirements met. Okay? There is no regulation that says you have to have 19 contracts or even a contract. You don't have to have 3 cancellations. You don't have to have any of that. Look, I love CROA because CROA keeps bad people out of the repair industry. But the good people, let's be honest, it makes your job that much harder to do. And just like BizOps, there's just a lot of crazy regulation out there when bureaucracy takes place. When bureaucrats get involved and have to act like they're doing something to fix a problem, in my mind it creates nothing but headaches and nightmares for the rest of us. But in the business world, you don't have any of that. We don't have any of this additional regulation. You can advertise in all states. You don't have to give out cancellations. You don't have to have multiple disclosures signed. You don't even have to have a contract signed if you don't want to. So it's just a much easier area to navigate. Competitive advantage. It's real simple. If you're offering credit repair and you're up against a company that offers business credit and credit repair, you're screwed. I'm sorry. It's my fault partially because I teach our clients how to just dominate you in that case. There's no competition. Because again, Mr. Customer, what do you want? You want to get your credit fixed in 6 months, or do you want to get your credit fixed and get 50 grand in 6 months? There's nobody who's going to choose choice A. So when you have both, you have a huge competitive advantage over anybody out there that actually does it. And again, it's easy to advertise and get massive response. I said this earlier, I think, but I said it in a different way. And that's what I love about it. We get, well, I'll tell you right now, our Facebook advertising, we spend $1 per opt-in. That's crazy. Like, we don't spend $1 a click. We get, for $1, we get somebody that's interested in business credit, that looks at our ad, that clicks 3 or 4 places and actually gives us their information. As a matter of fact, I can spend $2 and get their first name, cell phone number, and their email address. It's not hard to get a lot of response when you're advertising with business credit financing. And when you can sell multiple services, again, for my credit repair business, that was the kicker. We were stuck on finding advertising that we could spend and get a massive ROI. But when we incorporated business credit, we were able to get massive amounts of leads, sell them one or both services. Then in doing so, it really pumped up both of our businesses. There's no servicing. With us, what I'm about to show you today, you're going to see that we do all the work for you. Okay? We do all the work. So everything involved in business credit, we do all the servicing work. People like Megan Christensen, who's very knowledgeable, and our entire team of people that our funders have funded $100 million plus each individually. Our business credit, our business credit team has done 10, some of them have helped 15, 20,000 people build business credit. So this is a really, really, really experienced team. And when I had a credit repair company, this is where I struggled. You see, I wasn't able to offer business credit until I found the same solution that I'm going to introduce you today. And it changed my life forever. It fundamentally changed my life. But the problem was I couldn't figure this out. I didn't know anything about business credit. And I couldn't find people out there that did that I could hire to run that aspect of my business. So the problem was I was stuck. And I'm going to show you how to get unstuck to not have that problem. Because when you don't have to service, you can go talk to people, introduce where it makes sense, make the sale, have a nice day. When you do that, you set up a customer, within the first 5 days, our team will call that customer 5 times. So we do all the servicing for you. We help them with all aspects of business credit. We help you with all aspects of financing, so you don't actually have to service the customer. You just focus on getting more customers, and we do all the actual servicing and helping them get the business credit financing, which gives you a lot more time to work on your business, not in your business. Done for you marketing and training. What's beautiful about business credit with us is you get a complete package, a business in a box per se. Everything you need to be successful, you get. If you like what you've heard the last 2 days, well, you're going to love business credit. Eric Counts talked about emails, campaigns. We've got it. We give you the email content. We give you social media content to post on social media. We give you webinars for automated webinars. We give you press releases and articles, free reports, and ebooks as lead magnets that you can use. We give you professionally done marketing flyers. We give you PowerPoints, done-for-you seminars. Every single tool you'll need to be successful, we've tested, we've vetted, and we give you what works. Because it's just easier that way. Look, there's so many concepts that sound good. And we all get sucked in by concepts that sound good. But it's different when you have something that's a turnkey system that's proven, tested, that you're being delivered and said, look, here's the roadmap. It works. We've tested it with like 10,000 people. Follow the roadmap. Here's all the tools you'll need. Well, then all you're doing is just executing a plan. You're not trying to figure all this stuff out. It's already figured out for you. You just execute the plan. And that's exactly what we have. And when you provide done-for-you marketing and training, then we teach you all aspects of this. How to do seminars, how to present and close. Tonight, I'll be teaching you exactly how to do a proper interview and exactly how to close. Not just for business credit, for credit repair, for any of the services that you offer. So many people like me love what we have. So what happens is I just like, have you ever done this? I just start telling people, oh my gosh, what do you do? Well, I do this, and it's great, and it's awesome. You ever do that? Because you're passionate about what you do, right? But the truth is, we have to interview people. We have to care enough to ask questions, as Megan said. And tonight we're going to be talking about that. So this is the kind of training that you're actually getting with us. Everything you actually need to be successful. And, again, you can own the niche. There's nobody in your area doing this. Nobody. So it was funny because I used to go to networking events, and they'd ask what I did. And I'd say credit repair. And this is how it would go from that point on. Oh, that's cool. And the reason was because, honestly, their credit sucked. And they didn't, even being around me, acknowledge that there was an issue there. So they would just be like, it's nice, man. Nice meeting you. Then what would happen was this. I'd walk off the car and go, Ty. Dude, I need some help with my credit, man. Here's my card. Give me a call. All right, see you. Honestly, that's how my networking events did. I went to the event for 10 minutes, and I spent an hour and a half in the parking lot seeing people that would run up to it. But then it was weird because I started offering business credit. So then people would ask, well, what do you do? And I'd say business credit. And I have a crowd that grew around me. And it took me some time because I'm like, this is really weird. So I would, rub my face thinking something was on my face. And I'm like, why are all these people standing here? And I quickly realized that people just didn't know. Nobody had ever taught these people about business credit, just like many of you are learning for the first time about business credit now. And all of a sudden, there was nobody in these communities that was doing it, so I just dominated. I dominated that sector. So it was so easy for me to capture people's attention because I would walk into a room and they'd say, what you do? And I'd be like, well, I help companies build credit for their EIN that's not linked to their social security number. And they would go, well, is that legal? I'd be like, well, it's mandatory to be successful, don't you know? And then it would just be a brief conversation. And all of a sudden, people would just start gathering around. And no matter where I go, that's what happens. Is all of a sudden, and then people start gathering around. You ever see crowds just congregate because there's crowds congregating? I do that with my son. I teach him this trick. We go to the middle of the mall, we do this. And then we just walk away. And we laugh because there's people going. Like I said, my son has a pretty cool life because him and I are at the exact same level. I'm like, gosh, come here, look at this out. Check this out. This is hilarious. You'll love this. But that's the way that it is. I mean, look, you can get a lot of attention when you're the only one in the area that even knows about a topic. And so people will have like a minute and a half at these B&I meetings, and they'll say, Ty, what do I say? And I'll be like, this is exactly what you said. First of all, you grab a chair. You stand on the chair, and you say something for like 30 seconds about how you can get credit for an EIN that you can't get for a social security number. And you also talk about how you're the one-stop shop to help them get money and credit, everything they need to start, build, and grow. And that's it. You just shut up. Trust me, they'll be stunned the fact that, first of all, why is this man on a chair? And second of all, well, wait a second. You had a minute and a half. Everybody else is trying to pack 10 minutes into a minute and a half, and you just used 20 seconds that had more of a powerful impact than anybody else that stood up with their minute and a half. Okay, you own the niche because there's just not that many people out there in your community, if any, doing it. And that's why people are, I'm always interested to hear, well, how many people do you have out there? We've got about 650 partners around the country that sell business credit. And we're it. We're the biggest organization in the country that offers business credit. How nice is that? Imagine being a real estate agent. How much competition do you have there? Okay, so you've got about a few hundred people at any given time that are actually active out there. So you can really own the niche in your area. Get customers money to buy more of your stuff. Oh, I love that. That's so cool. Think about it. We have the ability to get people the money they need to buy our stuff. I don't know, that can be useful, right? And that's exactly what we do. Our direct funding program, we actually use, okay, they can't afford the business credit program. With our direct funding program, we'll get them the money they need to buy the business credit program and credit repair. Our customers even get that customer committed to buy those things before they'll even get them the money. I'll get you the money. Here's the deal. I'll sell you this business credit system for $2,500 right now. If I have to get you the money first, it's $3,500. And you also need credit repair. You and I know it, so you're going to pay another $500 for credit repair. Deal? Deal. Okay. I don't think you can get the money anyways. I know you don't. Sign here. And guess what? And they happily do that because they thought it wasn't possible when they realized that it is, then all of a sudden getting business credit, a full-blown system for your business, fixing your personal credit, all of a sudden these things start to make a lot of sense. They'll pay you graciously. Look, I love credit repair because credit repair taught me the value of recurring income. It was amazing. My whole sales career, I woke up every morning and go, here we go again. Dex always jokes around about that because every month he goes, here we are, starting all over again. And in sales, that's the way that it is. But with business credit and financing, you can make a lot of money in one shot. You see, credit repair, you can't legally charge up front. In business credit, you can. You can charge up front with absolutely no problem whatsoever. Matter of fact, you can charge up front for business credit, sell them a package, and throw in the credit repair if you want to, even if you raise the price on the entire package. We don't have the same kind of restrictions. We don't have any of those restrictions. So, plus, you're providing so much value. I had a guy email me the other day. He's a month into building vendor accounts and has $15,000. So that's why they sell it for a $4,400 profit. Okay? The real story is they went 2 years or a year without selling even one. And then they had a doctor come in their office, and that doctor said, well, I'm screwed. I need to shut down my business, and I need help with my credit. And they said, well, we'll help you with the credit, but what happened with the business? And he said, well, the IRS is coming after me, and I owe $400,000, and I have a 580 credit score, and there ain't no way I'm getting money. And they said, well, we've got this system we've never actually used, but it might be able to help you. And he goes, I don't think you understand. It can't help me. I've already been down that road. So here we are a year and a half later. We've got the same doctor, $1.5 million. Is that right, Paul? $1.5 million to a guy that was closing down his business with no hope. He's now expanded. He's now had a Senate run. His whole life has changed. Okay, and as a result of that one case, they said, okay, $2,500, screw that. $5,000 is the new price. Because they got the value, because they see it works, and when you see the value of what money means to a business owner, then you know they'll graciously pay it for you. And this is what attracted to me to our Finance Suite opportunity, is I looked at all these things. I need something easy to market. I need something that's sexy that people are going to love. I need something that people haven't been exposed to. I mean, I'm asking for something impossible, which is why it took me years to actually find it. Okay, and the result, and the other thing I wanted most importantly, is I wanted something that provided so much value that people would pay me thousands and thousands of dollars willingly for it because they got the value that it provided. And there's not a lot of products and services like this really out there that can deliver on all those things. You know, how nice is it to say that revenue isn't an issue anymore? I mean, that's a big statement right there, okay? And that's exactly what this can do for you. And the truth is, and I hope that he won't mind that I tell his story, because I don't think he will, because he had told all of us willingly on some of our webinars his story. But the truth is, when we met him, he didn't have enough money in his pocket to make the trip down here. So he tells us he used his business credit to get down here, but the reality is he had no choice. It was the only way he could buy his way even down here. And then with what business credit has been able to do, it's a whole game changer. And again, don't take my word for it, don't take Jose's. Take anybody that's got this business credit tab on the card. And you're going to find people that are actively doing stuff with business credit, and some people that haven't started yet. But you're also going to find a lot of success stories, and even tonight, we're going to be bringing up a lot of people that are actually working with business credit now and being successful. So hopefully you've got kind of an idea of some reasons that you might consider actually offering business credit to your customers. So what I want to do now is I actually want to come in and get away from the slides, even though I have slides here that could do the trick. And what I want to do is I want to go ahead and actually show you our finance suite. I want to show you how you can actually offer business credit in one shot to customers without having to do any of the servicing. A way that you can actually come in here and get all the benefits I told you in one turnkey system. So again, my story is like this. We wanted to offer business credit the minute we really realized what it was, but we couldn't because we didn't have the capability to do so. We didn't have the knowledge. We didn't know how to do it. So that's when my good friend Mike's the turn. Mike and I go back a long, long time. I mean, our families are very close, and we go back a long, long time. We've got a lot of stories, but none of them are actually appropriate for this setting now that I think about it. So I'll skip the stories. But, Mike had introduced me to this, and this was one of these things. What happened is like this. He told me, I said, I'm getting into business credit. And he said, well, tell me what your plan is. And I said, well, I don't really have a plan yet, but I know I want in. He said, don't do anything yet. I got something coming you're going to love. And I said, well, what is it? He told me in about 5 minutes. And I sat there with my mouth wide open. I'm like, that's sick. That's insane. Nothing like that exists. He goes, I know. I'm like, okay, cool. I left that conversation. He probably thought nothing of it. My wife didn't see me for months. I went in and did every research I could on every funding product, business credit. I started building email sequences and so I started planning an entire rollout by a 5-minute conversation because I knew this was something that would absolutely change my life. So what the Business Finance Suite is the Business Finance Suite is a system you can sell with us as a partner. It's a turnkey system where a business owner gets access to every single legitimate type of funding that's available today on top of business credit. They get all the support, everything you need with the step-by-step walkthrough system of building business credit, of getting all the benefits of building business credit on top of having access to every legitimate funding product. So what you see here is actually the dashboard. Now this is all white label. You change all the colors. You put your logo up there at top. Okay, it says welcome business credit, but it would actually say the person's name when you put them in. Hey, our new system is going to be released in May. We even have an avatar. You can have your own avatar. Your customers will even be able to have your own avatar, which is cool. Okay, then we give a little bit of information about the step that they're in, and we also give them a little tip about where they are in the process. Now, our system is a 6-step system, and I'm going to walk you through all 6 steps. Actually, this is called the dashboard, but I'm going to come back to the dashboard because a lot of things start within the internal steps and come back to the actual dashboard. So what we do in the very first step with walking a business owner through business credit is we walk them through what's called a 20-point compliance checklist. I'm going to skip past this because she was trying to talk over me, this woman, although she's nice. So here in this step, as you can see, every step has video and or audio that actually walks the customer through the actual process. So in step 1, the very first thing we do is we help the customer set up correctly. Now, again, earlier we talked about entity. We talked about the difference between a corporation and a sole proprietorship. We talked about how a lot of people don't know that. So we help them through each aspect of this. We explain what an entity is, why you choose certain entities. We have links here they can click for tutorials and videos to tell them more. So we make it streamlined as they go through. We give them the ability to get a lot more additional information as they choose to do so. And if they need an entity, we even give them a place in the system in one click to actually get set up for an entity. So everything they need, they can do in the Finance Suite. They never need to leave. So if they need a corporation, they click, they get a corporation set up. And then basically what they're doing here fundamentally is really filling out an application. Where's your entity? What kind of entity is it? Well, these are basic questions you fill out in an application, but just think about this. Instead of just having you fill out an application, we're actually walking them through the lender's secret formula for approval as they go, explaining what the lender's really asking these questions for. You see, Megan actually said that. It's funny because her and I are now conditioned to do this. When I see an application, this is how I fill it out. It drives my wife crazy, by the way. Name. Why are they asking you my name? I mean, seriously, like we'll go to get a car. I'll be sitting there for an hour with the application. She's like, this is crazy. She'll like leave and be texting away on her phone. So, but honestly, every question that's asked on an application is being asked for a reason. They're digging in deep. So what we do is explain every step of what they're looking for, and if you wouldn't meet one of the requirements, we give them a one-click option to actually get whatever it is that they may need. So now what happens is even if you come in as a brand new startup business, okay, because are you just starting your business too? Because I know she was just starting her business. Okay, so if somebody's, hey, how many people are just starting a business in it? Okay, so quite a few. I'm glad I just didn't start asking people. I never would have got this. So there's quite a few that are. So even if you're starting a brand new business, all aspects of building your business are covered in step 1. So that means that you could take a brand new person that's just thinking about starting up a business, and this walks them through everything they need to know to set up the business initially. And if the business is already set up, they're going to fly through step one because they already meet many of these requirements. So for example, what is your address? Well, remember earlier I told you that they can't have a business address. Well, this system has been open a year, so this isn't on right now. But we actually check the phone number and the address. And if the phone number isn't a business phone number or the address isn't a business address, we don't even let them proceed. We tell them, hey, alert, you're using a cell phone. Yeah, we know what's up. You're using a P.O. box. Oh, it's a UPS box. Look, I got Google Maps. It's a UPS store. I know what's up. They know. Lenders use the same technology we use. So we check these things to make sure somebody's not going to fail. Because it's one thing to teach you how to get credit, but if you go in with some busted credibility, nobody's going to give you money if they don't see you as credible. The same as no one's going to want to do business with you if they don't see you're credible. Lenders don't want to give you money the same. So we're walking through every aspect on the application, making sure they actually meet the requirements. And if they don't, well, boom, click here will help you set up a virtual address. Click here will get you a business phone number. So again, every aspect of their business we make sure is set up credibly. And at the exact same time, we also make sure that if their number is not listed with 411, if they need a toll-free number, fax number, any of those type of things, they can get right through the finance suite. Now, some of the things they have to pay for, right? Like we're not going to get them a Ring Central number indefinitely. Like that's crazy. But 411 listing we will do for them. Okay, and I got to tell you something. It's hard to list your phone number with 411. Like that's not an easy thing to do. I thought it was once easy, but I spent 2 months trying to figure it out before I got my hands on this, and they did it for me. Because you can't just go to 411 or anywhere else and then actually just put you in 411. There's a process. You have to use certain companies that actually do this. So 411 listing is even part of the process. We don't even charge them for that. Other things like a phone number, they might pay $9.99 with a company like Ring Central. So what we do then is we go to a company like Ring Central and negotiate a better deal than they'll ever get on their own. Look, we wish everything could be free for a company, but even if it's not, then we at least help them get a better deal than they would ever be able to get on their own if they do have to pay for something. Website. We help them with aspects of getting a website set up, email address, everything they need to be credible. We even make sure that their business licenses are intact. Every aspect of setting up their business credibly, we help them with in step one. And again, what's awesome about this is that we don't just give them a step-by-step system. And by the way, this is we make it look simple because it is. We try to make this so simple for a business owner. This process that most of us never even knew about, that was so difficult that it's unobtainable, we try to make it a simple process step by step. And they also get the help of a business advisor for 12 months. So our business advisor team is available by phone. They can call the business advisor. Our advisors will call them 5 times in the first 5 days. They call them consistently for a year thereafter. They follow up. We send them regular emails. We invite them to webinars that they can actually get all kinds of training. Those CEOs that you saw on there, those are the type of people that Megan will even be able to have on to the actual webinar. So it's really cool because they get a lot of different education. Everything they need to be successful, they get. And again, we're even rolling out our updated system in May, and it's going to have even more features. So it's going to allow for a live chat feature right in the system internally. They can submit notes. They have a live Q&A. So we give them a lot of support along the way to make sure they don't get stuck. Because look, all of us, we're the same way, right? If you're doing something that's easy, you're going to do it. If you do it, you get stuck. You tend to kind of put it to the back burner and think you're going to get to it later because it's more challenging than you thought, or it contains something that you're not really sure how to do. We all do that as entrepreneurs, which is why so many people don't build their business credit. But here, we make that nearly impossible because, again, we walk them through all aspects of setting up their business credibly. Now, what we do next is pretty crazy. This is the only system in the world that actually combines 2 aspects, business credit and financing. And here's why. Because we find that a lot of people can qualify for financing and don't know that they can. They have cash flow, or they have credit, or they have collateral. And they don't know that that one factor alone can get them money. So what we do in step 2 is we actually go right in with about 2,000 lenders. Okay, and you enter the information. How much do you have in credit card sales? Do you have a 401k? We answer all these questions that are qualifying questions. We then take their information, we run it through an automated approval engine, okay, cross-checks against their information against underwriting guidelines for thousands of different lenders. And we then render a decision of all the funding products that they can actually qualify for. What we talked about earlier, it's a cash access problem. You see, the problem is, where do you go to get money? My bank. Where do you go next? No clue. Well, here's the problem. If you figure out that you can get cash flow financing, you're only going to find cash flow financing lenders. They don't offer a bunch of products, they offer one. So each source is only going to offer one product. But what we've done here has never been done before. We took every legitimate product and put them in one place because we have the sense to know people don't know what they're looking for. They don't have an idea what they can qualify for. When I ran my credit repair company through here, I got qualified for 8 products. I was so mad. I'm like, what the heck, man? I spent 14 years in finance, and I didn't even know half this stuff existed. There's no way I ever would have found this. And that's the way an average person is. They don't know. So they're not going to find what they're looking for if they don't even have a clue what it is. We don't expect them to. In step 2, we actually helped them develop a finance blueprint, and we walked them through all the funding products they can actually qualify for. We even walked them through terms, everything it takes to get approved, and they can actually pull up information with videos, with even written content about exactly everything to do with the program. So here you go. Here's the criteria to apply. You click the video. It'll walk you through all the specifics on the actual program. So now all of a sudden, you don't have to know. You don't have to know what kind of financing you can or can't get. We figured it out. We set up your business credibly. Then we get you access to all the funding you can get now based on your strengths while ignoring the weaknesses. Now, after we've already got you money, so keep in mind, a lot of people 30 days into this process are already getting money. And in the case we were talking about earlier, about the client that actually got in, thought there was no hope, I'm pretty sure that's the way he was. In the first month or so, we'd secured unsecured financing for him right away, and then we continued to get him more and more money as time went on. Now, after we do this, we help with all aspects of building business credit. So we explain what the business credit reporting agencies are, who they are, what they do. We actually walk through the business credit scores, and we give them free access to Experience Smart Business. If you check Experience Smart Business, it's $800 a year for the same access that we give the client for absolutely free. What does that mean? It means that they can actually come in here. Oh, somebody else typed somebody else's company's name in here. Well, let's see if they have credit. I always like to know this. It's always like a drum roll and see if they have credit or not. So what happens is a lot of people have to buy credit monitoring. Oh, there's 16 trades, good. So they can see the trade lines. But see, for no cost, we help them do that. So now when they get their first trade lines, when they see their company's credit grow, they can actually do it in real time without having to pay a credit monitoring service to do so. Okay, this will cost them anywhere between $700 to $2,000, depending on the bureau. If they're trying to get it on their own, it's actually part of the finance suite at no cost. Now, don't get me wrong, they can also get Equifax, they can get Experian and Dun & Bradstreet, and all of these actually do have a cost, but again, we've got them a better deal than they get on their own if they want the full credit monitoring, and we do help them with getting their DUNS number for free at absolutely no cost. Now, the truth is, DUNS number, it depends on who you talk to. If you talk to Dun & Bradstreet Credibility, well, they do have a cost. They're going to charge you, they have a program called Credit Builder. It's about $2,000, and they're going to try to charge you. And you heard that guy go, well, yeah, Dun & Bradstreet calls me. Yeah, they call you to sell you a $2,000 Credit Builder program because they try to convince you you have to buy them from them to get a DUNS number. You have to buy from them to get your credit profile set up. It's a lie. It's not true. We help clients navigate through that without paying a dime to D&B. To get their DUNS number for free. And by the way, it's not Dun & Bradstreet the problem, it's Dun & Bradstreet Credibility, which is a company that's only been around for 5 years and has accumulated 6 class action lawsuits in their time because they're calling people up and this is their pitch. Hey, somebody's inquiring into your business and you have no credit profile, you look like you're unestablished and that you're going bankrupt. And it scares people to death and they sign up. And then people realize the whole thing was bogus. They're just trying to sell credit monitoring. Okay, it's just shady. And unfortunately, they're getting a lot of backlash from a lot of publications, Wall Street Journal and us about it. But we help them get all that information set up at absolutely no cost for the actual Experience Smart Business. And again, if they do want to actually go in and get the other bureaus, they get a discount on those. So then we help them with all aspects of building business credit. So once we've actually got them to a point where they can actually come in and qualify, or when we know they'll meet lending requirements, we found out all the money they can actually qualify for, and we get them access to monitor their business credit building in real time, then what happens is we help them with all aspects of building business credit. And business credit, when you start a consumer credit profile, then you start it with, how did you remember, how did you start your credit profile? Was it secured card, co-signed loan?
Signed personal guarantees, black me out.
Okay. How about in the very first account you ever got? Was it a co-signed loan? Was it a credit card? Do you remember?
Collateral, I had to cross-collateralize it and tie myself up 9 ways to Sunday.
I'm tied your ways up. I feel the same way. When I got mine first, when I was in basic training, my dad co-signed for a 1990 Ford Ranger truck for me. I'm blessed because my parents would do that. A lot of people don't. A lot of people start building consumer credit based on secured credit cards, low balance credit cards, or co-signed loans. In the business world, we do it with what's called vendor accounts. Vendor accounts are accounts from vendors that will give you net 30 terms. So they give you 30 days to pay back what you actually borrow. And they will report your accounts to the business credit reporting agencies. So they'll give people credit that have never had credit before. But they report the credit to the business credit reporting agencies, helping you get money you're going to need anyways to grow, and at the same time, build your business credit. Pretty cool, right? So with vendor accounts, for example, if you're looking at a quill, as you see up here, quill will actually help you get office supplies. Well, we all need office supplies. So why not get office supplies, finance them, and build our business credit at the same time? And that's one of the things that you and I were talking about just getting started. You know, you could use a quill to get your initial supplies you have to start your credit repair company. And then with them, you're actually building business credit. So you're getting money, other people's money instead of using your own to do it. And then on top of that, you're also building business credit at exactly the same time. Okay, and also in the finance suite, we do something else you're never going to see. We provide what the company sells, who they report to, and their exact underwriting guidelines. That's crazy. We have somebody full-time. This is what they do for us. They just go through all these sources and update, add sources, and make sure the content is valid. This is why business credit building is so hard, because the stuff changes so often. You've got to keep up with it to know what the criteria is. But here's the deal. If I tell you to go get a quill card, you're probably going to go and you're going to apply. You have no credit. You're going to get denied. Well, it's because Quill won't approve you if you have no credit unless you place 2 or 3 orders with it. So what we do is we help you understand this is what's going to happen. You're going to get denied. So you buy $50 worth of stuff and you apply again. Okay? Then if they don't approve you, you do it a third time. And when you do it for the third time, then they'll approve you. So when we walk people through step by step, this is what it takes to actually get approved, then it makes it very easy to do so. And the great thing about the finance suite is that we have more sources here than anywhere else on the planet. So when it comes to building business credit, check this out. We've got 25 vendors right here that work for a startup company. And again, these are computers, these are printers, these are shipping supplies, these are office supplies. Okay, these are corporation services. All of these. Okay, Culinary Depot, perfect. So it depends. There's even Culinary Depot, for example. There's even some specific ones that go just to specific industries that can help. Okay, but look at all these. All these are vendor accounts that help business owners in the beginning stages just building their initial business credit when they have none. Now, the problem is credit with Best Buy, credit with Amazon. A lot of our clients get $1,500 to $2,000 Amazon accounts as some of their first accounts. Best Buy, the same. So what happens here is, ladies and gentlemen, you cannot find lists like this out there with this information. It doesn't exist. I don't even put this information out there in lists like this because, again, it changes too often. But in our finance suite, now what happens is somebody can build their business credit with legitimate accounts that they would want to use anyways. I mean, let's be honest. Most of them are already using these kind of companies. Sherwin-Williams, Labor Ready, AutoZone, Lowe's, Home Depot. A lot of these businesses are using these companies already. They're just using them on the personal side. And right here in the finance suite, and this is just one page that you're seeing, we help them with all aspects of building their initial vendor credit accounts. Now, once they get 5 of these type of accounts, then they can move on and start getting store credit. Go Simple Finance. I've never even heard of them. They're a brand new source we just added. I love it. Every time I come in here, they add new sources. Okay, so all of these is credit that somebody can get initially just to start building their business credit. Now, once they get 5 of these experiences, I'm going to give you a time frame to show you how quick this is. They come in here, they got the system, they can start getting vendor accounts right now. So if this was your finance suite, you could go in, make sure your business is set up credibly, and find your first 5 vendor accounts and apply right now. Get approved, you could immediately have credit today. Then you use the credit, you pay the bill, and once you do that, within about 90 days or less, 30 to 90 days, it reports to the business credit reporting agencies. Experian, Equifax, Dun & Bradstreet, it actually reports. Once it reports, now you have an established business credit profile. Now you have an established business credit score. Now you have trade lines, i.e. a credit report. And once you have a credit report, then what happens is you can start going into stores like Office Depot and start applying without using your social security number on the application. And they're going to say to you, you have to include your social. And you'll say, no, I don't. And you'll apply. And you know what they'll do? They'll pull your EIN credit. And when they see that you have a credit profile, they see you have a credit score, they see you have trade lines, they approve you for a business credit card without a personal guarantee. And there was no credit check because you didn't even give them your social. You can't pull your credit without your social. So now all of a sudden, you're securing business credit 90 days in, linked to your EIN, not your social. Okay, and all it took was this handful of vendors to do it. And we have so many sources that it's easy to find sources that are ones you want to have to be able to get to that next step. Now this, to me, is just reward. It doesn't take very long at all to get to real reward, because in about 30 to 90 days, you're here getting Office Depot, you're getting all these types of accounts. Now Home Depot, for example, Home Depot will want you to have more credit established before they'll give you the card. That's why we have the descriptions explaining, hey, this might not be the best account to take the next step with. This other one might be. But Home Depot might be when you get 10 payment experiences, not 5 and so on. So again, you have to know the right order to apply. This is the biggest mistake I see people make. They say business credit sounds awesome. They go to Staples and go, give me a business credit card. Well, Staples won't do that because you have no business credit established. You have to know the order to establish the credit. And then as you establish the credit, then you're able to turn around and actually start to get real credit established for the business. Store credit at all these different places. And look at this and just think if this kind of credit could actually help your business. Credit at places like Apple. $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 credit lines is what we often see. Costco, Walmart. Okay, imagine coming in and being able to get Dell, Amazon credit. $10,000 in Dell credit is what's average with them. Sears, Lowe's accounts, BP, Chevron, Racetrack, Sinclair, Speedway Gas, Conoco, Phillips, Exxon. These are all just gas cards. So imagine how much of a difference this can make. Every account you see here is about a $5,000 or $10,000 Visa MasterCard. Every one of these you see here. Tens of thousands of dollars of credit right there. This is just cash credit. Once you get 10 payment experiences, which is 5 vendor accounts, and then you go and you get, let's say, some other store credit, then you move into cash credit. This is $5,000, $10,000 Visa MasterCard you can use anywhere. Think about this. Regardless of personal credit, with no personal liability guarantee required from you whatsoever, in about 4 to 6 total months, your customers can have vendor credit done, store credit, whatever they want. Okay, some exceptions, like I said, Staples, Home Depot will require more time in business and more trades. Okay, and they can also have $5,000, $10,000 Visa, MasterCard cash credit. And as you can see, every step has audio, every step has video, walking them through the entire process. And then we take them to what I just heard the other day, which I absolutely love the term, which is called the funding finish line. The funding finish line is where we take them back to financing because guess what? Now their business credit's established. So it just opens up a lot more financing for them now because think about what we did. We made sure their business was set up credibly so they would get approved. We then helped them come in and get money. Then we helped them start building their business credit. Then we helped them get more money using their business credit to lead the way. So in step 6, we walk them through all aspects of actually building their business or actually getting financing. All the financing that they can qualify for where business credit is a major, major factor. And again, it all ties back to their dashboard. Right here is where they can actually monitor their experience from our business data. Okay, they can actually click here to link into their business credit reports with Dun & Bradstreet Equifax if they set that up. We monitor all 6 steps. On the right-hand side and right here, they can expand the steps to see where they are. They can expand, for example, to see all the vendor accounts they actually chose. They can even click right here to visit their website or sign up right here. You see, they never need to leave our system. It's all in one place. No matter what they need to do to set up their company, build business credit and financing, it's all in one place. Makes a lot of sense, right? It's a one-stop turnkey solution that gives them access to all the money that's out there and all the business credit help that they need to get started in one place. So with the finance suite, you actually have access to all of this. And again, in one turnkey system. Oh. You know how to get this audio up there? said it from the computer. Do you know? Do you know? Well, I think you guys can hear this anyways. And I only have one, so I don't know if it's worth a text solution here.
My first sale, I paid $2,800 off that one product. That's more than most of my clients ever paid. So it's easy to sell. The system is great and easy to use. And the training of time is the best that anyone can ever give you. You'll never go wrong with the business credit team.
Donna's like a lot of people. Donna's been, well, not like a lot of people in this, right? She's been doing credit repair for 20 years. Is there anybody in here that's had a credit repair company for more than 20 years? Okay. One. So Donna's one of the veterans here. Okay? And in all the time she's been doing this, she never made $2,800 in one sale. But now business credit all of a sudden changed the game. Because now all of a sudden she's making thousands of dollars per sale versus hundreds. So the Finance Suite's the only system that combines business credit and financing. Okay, you build business credit quickly with certified advisors providing concierge servicing. Okay, 20-point credibility checklist, which we talked about, to make sure that they're set up credibly. To get approved with the largest supply of vendor credit anywhere on the planet. There's nowhere else they're going to have this much access. Why is that important? Choices. I don't want somebody to have to build business credit with crappy accounts that sell stuff they're never going to want to buy or use anyways. But when you have choices, you can use stuff that's really going to work for your business. Get approved for real store credit at stores you're buying supplies from now to run your business within 30 to 90 days. So within 30 to 90 days, you're getting a lot of those store credit cards that we talked about. Costco, Sam's Club, BP, Chevron, okay, Walmart. Sure. Well, you can do a lot of that. Sandy charges a premium because she offers a more premier service where she does a lot of the work for them. Our advisors, what I always tell you is try our system like it is. We're pretty good at this. And what you'll find is that there's some parts of building business credit that you can't do for them. They have to do. Like they have to apply, they have to use the credit, pay the bill, or some of that stuff. But what I always say is try it like it is, and a lot of them will be very happy with just the servicing we provide. And if not, then you charge a premium to do so. Okay, so beyond store credit, you're also getting cash credit within 4 to 6 months. Okay, underwriting guidelines on all sources. So you'll know you can get approved before you even apply. Over 30 funding programs are in the back. Over through 2,000 lenders are actually accessible in one place. So the customer has access to every legitimate funding product in one place versus trying to figure out how to get money. Like I said earlier, the old way of getting money is dead. It's stupid. It makes no sense. You're going to get a bunch of stuff together and go in your bank when statistically they turn down 89% of the people and 1.2% of loans come from them? That makes no sense. But now all of a sudden, this makes a lot of sense. In one place, they get all the financing. They get all the credit that they actually need. The finance blueprint, so we map out exactly what works for them. That's what we did in this example I was talking about, this doctor that got $1.5 million. If he said, I need $450,000, we said, you're not going to get that from one source. But we can do it. We just have to combine unsecured financing. We have to combine this. We have to get creative and combine 5, 10 different products to do it, and you get it done. Your own finance officer for 5 years, I didn't even mention this. Imagine being able to just pick up your phone. Hello? Nobody's there. It's because it's a sunglass case. Just making sure you're all paying attention. So you get your own finance officer for 5 years. So imagine picking up your phone and just calling somebody and saying, I need money. And them saying, okay, let's sit down, let's map out a blueprint, let's find out what you can get, what you're looking for, let's figure out a way to put this together. And then you have a 10-minute conversation and you get done and you go back about your day. And you got a whole team of people that congregates together and says, Mr. Jones needs this. Let's put together a plan. Let's get this done. And they go to work for you. And they find their own loan products for you. And they shop the terms. And they use the fact that they can get all this leverage because we fund, $1 million in private money this month. So we have all this leverage that now the private investors are bending over backwards for your deal because of your relationship with us. And all of this is handled for you. And the next phone call you get back is, we're good, we're done, this is what we got. We got $150,000, it looks like we can get that done in about 72 hours. I'm going to send you over the term sheet right now. Check it out, let me know what you think. That's how we do business. So you can do business. You see, the customer can do what they do best, which is to run their business. and we'll handle the money for them. We'll help them with all aspects of getting the money. So they get a finance officer for 5 years. Every legitimate funding product at the best terms, because again, we know who's going to give them the best terms, and we're able to use our leverage of being able to do a lot of funding for a lot of people to be able to get the individual customers discounts on the pricing. Ongoing training and education, alerts on new funding program rollouts. Okay? Solve the biggest problems that business owners face and get paid. Why would this be right for you? Why might this make sense for you? Well, because you're solving the biggest owner or the biggest issue that business owners face. You're solving the biggest problem that they face. Okay? High appeal helps attract new customers, and you can sell them your primary service also. We talked about the importance of cross-selling. Servicing is done for you. Saves you a ton of time and money. Okay, you can earn thousands of dollars in commissions with each sale and even more in back-end commissions. Look, our average partner makes about $2,000 in profit per finance suite. People that offer premier service make $3,000-4,000 in profit. Then once you're in, you can get in our direct funding program. And there is a cost unless you do like 3 sales a month or have like 3 deals, and it's free. And then you can get paid on back-end funding commissions. Okay? So that means when your client gets money, you get paid the money from the deal. You get paid with 3 points. So for example, his last deal, how much did you guys get paid on that? Do you remember? Well, that's okay, don't even worry.
Well, the one he just got, he got.
What should he?
Same thing. We got
Okay. To $2,500?
It was 240.
How much money was? Okay.
It was like 30 grand.
Okay, so then you got about whatever it may be. I think that we'll just keep it something simple. The deal you guys just closed, you got like $2,500 on, right, on the private money deal. So in this case, the one client that we were referring to, which Sandy's going to bring up probably later today, 77% of these people come back and get more cash flow financing. So every time that client has come back and got more and more and more money, she's getting paid every single time. So we've actually created recurring income. Oh yeah, all the time. As a matter of fact, a lot of people have multiple businesses and want us to get money for multiple businesses. And in that case, you can sell them 2 finance suites or use the same one. But the bottom line is that you also get the ability, and this doesn't come built in, okay? Again, we'll talk to you about the direct funding program when you're a client, but it absolutely is worked out where if you're doing even a little volume, it's for free. You'll not only get paid when that client funds, but you'll get paid when that client comes back and gets more and more and more money. So you're actually creating basically a form of recurring income for yourself. Perfect for the credit repair industry customers need, okay, but can't get credit. We all know that, okay? Your customers, as much as we want to help them get new credit, they can't get new credit, which is one of the biggest problems. Dramatically increase your customer lifetime value. We talked about the importance of that. No regulation headaches. Okay, eliminate all competition. You become the obvious choice. Okay, there's no reason somebody's going to want to do business with somebody else when you're offering credit repair and business credit. Done for you marketing. Okay, start making money quickly. So we have the whole system built, so all you have to do is execute. You're offering something unique in your community and stand out above all others. Again, we talked about this. You own the niche. There's nobody out there that's going to be doing it. Get customers money so they can even buy more products and services. That is empowering. One of the best parts I love about what we do is I don't care what you do in business, if you have the ability to get people money to buy your products, I don't know, you have kind of an advantage, right? Like if you say, oh, I can't afford it. Well, actually, it's ironic that you say that. I happen to handle money and can help you get the money to buy this. Let's go. Not too many objections there at that point. So what do you get when you get started? Well, when you do get started with us as a partner, you get your own finance suite for your business. So the same system you're going to turn around and sell to a customer for $2,500 or $3,500, you're getting as part of your enrollment. Because first of all, we want you to get business credit financing for your business. Second of all, this is awesome. It's so freaking awesome. But you're not going to know about it until you go through it. So we want you to have a same experience. We want you to have access to the process. So you're going to have your own finance suite, your own business advisor, your own finance officer. You're going to have help with getting your business credit, help with getting your financing. Okay? You're going to have access to a finance officer for 5 years. You're going to be able to get vendor credit, store credit, cash credit, just like your customers will. It's the first thing that you get when you enroll. You get a congratulations email with instructions to set up your own finance suite. Okay, you're also getting our 100-hour training vault. So all the training you could ever need, we give you in the back office on everything from marketing to closing a sale to business credit benefits to financing. You're getting access to actual testimonials that we have done, and our clients that are interested in video testimonials. A little bit later today, I'm going to tell you exactly how you're going to be able to get video testimonials in a very quick period of time. You're actually going to be able to leave this event with them. Okay, funding program cheat sheet. We have so many funding programs. We want you to know the basics of how they work, so we're going to provide you all the training on that. You're also getting a straight line sales script. So we're actually giving you a lot of the terminology that you're going to actually use to be able to close the sale. And this kind of terminology doesn't just help you with business credit, it also helps you with credit repair once you understand the fundamentals of closing a sale. And there are fundamentals. We all understand that, right? There are things that have to trigger in your client's mind. Hey, there you are. You have to have things that trigger in your client's mind to get them to buy. Well, all these are covered in this script. We're giving you a seminar kit. We're going to teach you exactly how to do seminars and sell this in a group setting. We're going to give you marketing flyers that are professionally done that you can use to hand out and market. You're going to get 5 press releases. Okay, we're going to give you email content. Do you guys like that session about email autoresponder content? Doesn't that make a lot of sense? Yeah, creating a funnel? Yeah, I live by it. Has anybody in here not received an email from me? Let me ask a better question. Is there any client in this room that has not got an email from me? Nobody. So can we say it works? Right? So, but you know, the content's a nightmare. It takes time to do, so we've already done it for you. We give you 6 months worth of email content so you get all that built. Social media. We already give you all the social media posts. All you have to do is copy and paste them and put them onto your Twitter or Facebook. 16 marketing videos. Okay, these are all professionally done. Video and email sales training. Okay, we're giving you actual contracts and agreements. You don't need them. There's no requirements. But if you need one contract, we're actually going to give you access to them. Okay, you're going to get initial emails to send to prospects. The hottest prospects you're going to get are your initial client base, so we're going to give those to you right away. Okay, you're also going to get articles. Why are these good? These are good to build online credibility. We teach you how to use articles and press releases to put them out there and basically build a reputation online. Okay. As a matter of fact, in one of the last webinars we did last week, we showed you how to get with Fox, ABC, CBS within days for less than $100. It's crazy, and it worked. I know. I actually showed up the proof that I did it. So we give you the articles and press releases to even put out there. Okay. You're also getting ebooks and free reports. In the marketing world, we call these lead magnets. Things away you can give away for free, and then you get them into your funnel and you convert them. How well do they work? Well, I can tell you we have one lead magnet on Facebook right now. We put them into our email campaign, and right now that campaign is generating 850% ROI. That's not bad. Like, I'll take that. Okay, so it works. So we're giving you the lead magnets you actually need to start strumming up some initial interest. We're giving you automated webinars. You're going to have to set them up, but we're going to give you all the content to actually automate. You can clone yourself. It's all done through automated webinars. We're giving you PowerPoints. We're giving you the finance blueprint. Okay, you get all of that. So what does this involve? What does it take to actually get started? Well, usually if you go to our website right now, it's $3,500. That's it. One-time payment, $3,500. Okay, but what we found, honestly, are the best customers we have are ones that take action quickly. It's just the way that it is, okay? So if you're willing to take action quickly, we want to make sure that you have a real incentive to do so. So as part of this, just for today, this is what we're going to do. 6 payments of $497. Okay, this isn't indefinitely you make payments on this. Okay, you make 6, you're done. The finance suite's yours, all the training, all the marketing, everything is yours. Okay, if you want a discount even beyond that, well then we'll do a one-time payment of $22.97. That's 35% off of what we normally do. Okay, you can do one payment, you can do monthly payments and be done in 6 months. And when you make even the first payment, everything I just showed you is yours. Everything. Back office, everything you need, everything is yours. Okay, complete the form in the back, get started. There's yellow. Do you have Lane back there? Do you have those sheets? You cannot miss our sheets. I made sure of this. Okay, and these are, what color is that? Okay, it's gold and yellow. Good, awesome. I'm colorblind, right? So people are trying to tell me these are gold, and I'm like, I don't really know. So they could be yellow, they could be gold. Are you colorblind? Okay, so then they are yellow, right? Or they're gold. We don't know. They could be both. Okay, perfect. They're vibrant order forms. So all you have to do is check that out. But we're not done just yet. I'm going to give you also a 100-page ebook on building business credit, a finance suite commercial that very few of our clients have to actually promote the finance suite, newly released videos and webinars that we haven't really even put out there with hardly anybody besides our insider partners. Okay, and all retired videos and webinars. We rotate videos and webinars and retire them, so all of our content isn't out there. Once in a while, we'll roll them out as a special. You're also getting bonus email and social media marketing content. So you have more than just 6 or 12 months. So you have an ongoing campaign that works for you. And you're also going to get a 30-minute one-on-one coaching session with Mike Calhoun and his team. And it's awesome. They'll figure out your branding for you. They'll help you even think through a logo. They'll help you pick out domains while you're on the call. It's a really, 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 really valuable consultation. And on top of all that, I'm going to give you an unconditional guarantee. Look, I want you to see what's happening here. I'm basically absorbing all the risks so you have none. We're giving you well beyond the value of what you're paying. We're giving you a bunch of bonuses that you're only going to get because you took the time to come and see us. And then on top of that, I'm also giving you a money-back guarantee. If you get all caught up in the moment, see everybody buying and go, this is awesome, I'm in. And then you get home and go, this sucks. Well, then give it back. I'm cool with that. Because it's mutual. If you don't love what you have, we don't want you to have it. We don't want you to be selling it to people if you're not passionate about it like we are. Okay, so we're going to give you a 30-day money-back guarantee. You buy, you make your first payment, whatever it may be. You decide you don't want it, no problem. We'll give you your money back. Okay? Because we want you to try it. We want you to love it. If you're not passionate about it like we are, then it probably doesn't make sense. And for the first 10 that enroll, I'm going to do a one-on-one coaching session with you. I'm limited on my time, so I can't do it with everybody. But for the first 10 that do get enrolled, I am going to do a one-on-one coaching session with you. We're going to sit down. We're going to go through your business, your ambitions, what you're planning on doing, how you're going to try to do it, where you're stuck, on whatever it may be. And I'm going to go ahead and provide you one-on-one assistance. And you're going to get 2 ready-to-publish books. How many published authors are in this room? Okay, not a lot. How many people would like to be published authors? Well, I'll tell you right now, I'm going to give you the books that are already written on credit repair and business credit. They're done. I already wrote them. Go to Amazon.com. Type in my name into Google. Ty Crandall. Amazon will be one of the first things that pops up. The books that I actually get money, I get checks every single month in my bank account, you are going to have. They're designed for you. You put in your own bio. Okay, I teach you how to self-publish. It won't cost you a dime to become a published author. Next week, you will become a published author. Here's a book on credit repair. Give it a title. Give it a cover, okay, and you're done. You're a published author. So it's 2 free bonuses for any of the that's actually the first 10 that actually get started. Okay, and just to recap, your own finance suite, 15 PowerPoints, 15 articles, press releases, marketing videos, email, social media content, flyers, done-for-you seminars, webinars, training, 30-minute coaching session with Biz Blueprint, and of course you're getting those 2 bonuses for the first 10 that enroll, and don't forget about the guarantee. So again, I'm going to be around with any questions. It's time to break for lunch. I'm about 5 minutes, 4 minutes late. That's when we're not doing too bad here. So it's time to break for lunch. If you guys have any questions, find me, find Lane, find anybody with our team back here in the back of the room, and we're going to go ahead and make sure your questions are answered. And then what time are we getting back here? 1 hour and 15 minutes, right? Lane, you have a schedule? It's kind of important that we know this. So let me get you some answers right now on this, so I can tell everybody really quick before you do head out exactly when we are going to be coming back here. So let me see.
1:45.